made him sit and watch. I thought I'm having my fun first.
I did feel a bit left out, yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be enjoying himself. So clearly, boundaries are essential for man's sanity and self-respect.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back, guys. Are men allowed to have boundaries and standards?
No.
Let's let some modern women tell us what they think about men having standards and boundaries. Let's just get right into it.
Other people don't need to understand or agree with your boundary in order to respect it.
We live in a world where women like to talk about boundaries and respect non-stop.
Setting boundaries.
How do you set the boundary?
There is a beautiful thing called boundaries.
That needs to be respected.
However, when men define their boundaries,
I don't want a girl that shows too much skin.
they are met with nothing but anger and ridicule.
If the guy doesn't want his girl to dress a certain way, he must be very insecure and probably have trust issues.
Your man is getting on to you about what you can and can't wear. They got small dick energy.
Just give small dick energy. Small dick energy.
I think a man should be proud of anything. Like, there's my woman, and she's doing whatever she needs to do. She looks good, and people are loving her, especially women.
If guys want to purchase a site to see me post pictures I feel confident, why is that a bad thing?
Like my actual boyfriend, he was absolutely fine with it. He couldn't be more supportive, yeah.
How she's basically advertising for the entire public to see. I don't like that.
Why does that bother you? Why does that bother you? If it bothers you, then that's something deep that you need to go searching within yourself. Insecure.
He's so deeply insecure, and it's all about control.
He would always say, I have the hottest woman in the world. Why would I not want to share?
Now, if you go online and you look at a girl's account, and first of all, she's got the cleavage everywhere. But if you just scroll down a little bit, you can see exactly what her nipples look like. I don't want a woman like that.
Explain to me how it's not because you're insecure. Men are jealous of women.
That is just a manipulative tactic to take away from the spotlight that is her poor behavior.
Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries.
That's gonna be interesting.
It's every boss girl's favorite word. Together with the phrases, I know my worth, and I'm not settling.
I know what I want and I'm not settling.
Because when you know your worth, it's an honor to be with me. I don't want to settle. I'm not going to settle.
Not settling for people who do not deserve us.
Being mentally aware and emotionally intelligent enough.
Yeah, good luck with that. Anyways, society has now crafted this disgusting recurring narrative that if a man does anything to make a woman feel insecure, then he is toxic and abusive, and that she should definitely leave him immediately.
If you immediately feel like your feelings are invalid, or you know that this person is going to make you feel invalid by telling them how you feel, hello? You're being gaslit.
He doesn't care to take your feelings into consideration, and he doesn't care enough that it makes you uncomfortable to stop.
My feelings are not up for debate.
However, when a man indicates that a woman does something that he doesn't like, then he's simply insecure and he should just deal with his own insecurities.
You guys are really insecure about everything.
You get into a relationship with an insecure man, they have such fragile egos.
If you're so insecure about all of this, you shouldn't be dating anyways. Work on yourself.
Do you see how this works? It's the exact same word. However, when it comes to women, it is used to justify their actions and feelings.
Like your feelings matter, so that you feel prioritized and cared for and important.
But for men, it is simply used to call them a loser.
Insecure men, heal yourself.
That comes down to an insecurity in their ego.
So it's very clear that this game is rigged and you should definitely stop playing by the rules. Because even though most modern women love to complain about the importance of boundaries, they sure as don't respect them themselves.
I thought about not telling you guys this story because it's an embarrassing story for me and for my husband, but I'm gonna tell it.
So if I were to ask him, hey, I thought I asked you to pick up the kitchen last night. Oh, well, you only told me to clean the bottles, and I did clean the bottles. You didn't tell me to put the food away, and you didn't tell me to clean up the rest of it.
Welcome back to Like My Boyfriend Does, a series.
Yeah, all wonderful partners that every man is dying to be with. Please drop a like on the video if you think that's so.
I don't blame the guys who doesn't want to be with a female who shows their body all the time.
Well,
I mean, it's your body. It's not a toy or a tool to sell it and show it to everyone you like.
you gotta respect yourself a little bit at least.
If a man has boundaries or standards, they're immediately shamed for it. Like they're told they have small dick energy, like that one girl said. They just tell them, and a huge word I heard over and over again was insecure. Women
Yeah.
love to say that a man is insecure or he's controlling if he has an opinion on what their girlfriend wears. I mean, if a guy has a boundary and a standard set, they don't want their girlfriend, potential wife, to show too much. It's like that's a boundary and a standard that they're allowed to have that.
Yeah.
Just like women can have standards. If they want a guy who's a certain height, if they want a guy who makes a certain amount of money, if they want a guy who's athletic, if they want a guy who is going to treat them right, be loyal, all these things, it's like they have this laundry list. But then a guy has a standard, and then it's like, oh, you have small dick energy, you are insecure, you this. It's like, what?
That doesn't make sense.
It
at
doesn't
all.
make any sense.
No. And what I was gonna say, I feel like these female, they do not have respect for themselves because it's your body.
Yeah.
You can't just keep showing it to everyone you want. And also the guys who like it, they're not gonna want to marry you and stay with you and have a family.
Yeah, it inflates their
It's
ego.
just gonna be for a couple nights and then, oh, you're gone. You're a trash
Yeah,
now
on to the
to
next
them.
one.
On
Yep.
to the next one. That's why the guys who say, "Oh, I don't want my woman to wear like this."
Provocative clothes.
Yeah. That's why they're like, because probably they're thinking serious about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want the mother of your kids to be
To be showing their body to everyone.
yeah, and that's not good for the kids. It's not good for the image of the potential husband. Like they want a mother who's going to be mature and respect boundaries and standards, and vice versa. So it's like
But like sharing, what was that thing that it says sharing?
that was a whole other
That
thing.
was something
That was
else.
that's like some marriage
The
stuff.
husband was
Sharing.
okay with
I'm so
sharing. What?
attractive. Yeah, that was.
Well, your husband definitely doesn't care about you if he lets you share.
I mean, some people are into really weird stuff. Like, let's be honest.
They
Like,
are.
that's messed up. That's not normal.
That definitely is.
Okay, let's keep going.
Social media is rotting away the brains of modern women, and comment down below what you think. Especially the ones who are blasting their husbands online instead of just talking to them like an adult. I mean, I can understand a 14-year-old being an idiot online, but come on, a 30 or 40-year-old woman should really know better than to do this.
I probably should not have told the story about my husband going to the bar.
Now before we get into the absurdity of running to TikTok to complain about your spouse and shame them online for the entire world to see, let's first define the word boundary, shall we? And ironically, Whitney Cummings actually hits the nail on the head with this one.
Boundaries aren't for them, they're for you. And if someone violates your boundary, you don't set another boundary, you remove yourself from the situation.
Exactly. And so you see, as a man, you must always set your boundaries on your own life and relationships way before you enter into relationships, regardless of the BS narrative that society is pushing on you. Since society wants nothing more than to turn men into obedient lapdogs to be exploited for monetary gains and be completely humiliated.
And then I cheated on him with like 4 guys. I was always open and honest about it.
I was heartbroken, to say the least.
And we made him sit and watch. I thought I'm having my fun first.
I did feel a bit left out, yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be enjoying himself. So clearly, boundaries are essential for man's sanity and self-respect, which brings us to the first classic case of boundaries, and that is the posting or liking of promiscuous photos on social media.
If your boyfriend is liking other girls' pictures, specifically bikini picture or thirst trap picture, then you need to run.
I would absolutely throw a fit, and I would tell them that that is not acceptable in my book.
How girls find it disrespectful when their boyfriends are liking other girls' pictures. This is not about being insecure. This is not about being insecure.
Now, it is obviously hilarious that so many women have an issue with men liking sexy photos of other women, but it's those same women who see no problem whatsoever in posting those photos.
If guys want to purchase a site to see me post pictures I feel confident in, why is that a bad thing? I genuinely think when you're in a relationship with a guy, they should only like your pictures. It just is a reminder that my boyfriend took the time to look at this girl's picture, and he, in his head, was like, that's a nice picture.
So that guys can understand how embarrassing it actually is.
This girl is literally standing here half naked explaining to men how incredibly disrespectful it is to like a photo of a half naked woman. This is absolute irony at its finest, and it proves that for women, boundaries are a one-way street. Because millions of women complaining about this very fact clearly proves that women do understand the problem of posting slutty photos. However, what they don't like is to give up that sweet dopamine rush that they.
Why would you do that?
So what I'm seeing here is that it is a double standard, you know? Women are allowed to be insecure about you liking other girls on Instagram photos, but they're also allowed to post half-naked photos and get that attention and validation from other strangers who are men
Yeah.
and women.
Interesting.
So
God.
it's so funny. They say that men are insecure, right? That's what they're saying, that men are insecure if they have boundaries about showing like their women not having like showing anything. But then they're not insecure when they say, "Hey, you can't like other girls' photos who are thirst traps, half naked, etc."
Oh,
And it's like, well, and they're also posting those videos and photos of themselves half naked trying to get attention from other men.
Why would you want to do that?
Honestly, in my opinion, it's the same exact thing. Like,
It is. I agree with you.
if you think it's okay to post a half naked photo
Then
for other guys to like and comment and whatever, then you have to be okay with your boyfriend, husband, whoever, to go out and like other half naked photos of women. Like you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like you have to play fair here. You can't have it both ways.
That's weird. Oh my
So,
God.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, usually female are like that.
They just want attention.
Yeah, they do. And then once their husband likes or like boyfriend likes the other girls' photos, they get upset. But it's okay for them to like put naked pictures out there and get so many attentions from other guys. But
I feel really bad for some of those guys. Did you see that right before that? They're
that's
talking about
awful.
the guys. The girl was like, "I'll make him there and make him sit there and watch me with 4 other guys."
That's awful.
Like,
oh my God.
Straight up degrading, and you could tell that the guys were like, their hearts were destroyed from the two guys that they showed in those videos. Like, man,
That's awful.
boundaries are needed for men, and you should need to stick to them. If a girl treats you that way, get out. Like, seriously.
Yeah, right away.
Seriously, that's messed up. That's messed up.
That is definitely messed up.
All right, we'll do maybe like what, another minute?
Okay.
All right.
Get from posting those photos and all the male validation that comes with that.
What is the currency for women on social media? Attention. And when you post those posts, what are you looking for? You're looking for the likes, the comments.
From who?
Other men. Satisfaction from getting them from women is not the same as getting them from men. You're gonna get those DMs, and you're gonna put yourself in that position to disrespect your man.
So all of this proves that as a man, you should never tell a woman not to post slutty photos online, because you simply shouldn't even be with her since she's already broken.
Thirst trap season is coming. It's arrived. It's here.
I think the reason I grabbed my whole phase by the horns and needed it so bad was because I had put all my eggs in a basket of a relationship, and I did it way too fast, and I got really over, and it ended up biting me in the butt, and I was absolutely heartbroken, destroyed.
You know what this means? This means you can post the sluttiest, most cringiest snap to get his attention. So don't do it!
A woman who posts her ass, tits, and vag online has no self-respect And if she doesn't even respect herself, then why the hell would she ever respect you or the relationship?
Do not sign your youth away to some man who's not going to matter in 4 years.
See what I mean? Now, women will try to frame it as if men are trying to control them, but that is not at all what's happening. Men are simply saying, hey, if this is what you want to engage in, then you are not for me. That's all. Which women will then label as pick-me girls or trad wives, as if that's somehow a bad thing to do.
So I wouldn't exactly consider myself a modern woman because living a modern lifestyle never empowered me. But the more I got back to tradition, the more I rejected the lifestyle of the modern woman, I found more fulfillment.
Ah, so refreshing. And yes, guys, these girls do exist. They're just very, very hard to find. Now, this all stems from the fact that modern women have been brainwashed by society into thinking that women have to do absolutely nothing to be attractive to men and then still deserve the best possible men out there. Which is why when they hear a guy say, I only date virtuous and kind women who take care of themselves, these women will lose their shit.
You're pathetic. And if you're straight, good luck having a successful relationship.
An insecure man would never be able to handle a strong, confident woman.
It's the weak men. It's the weak men that can't handle a strong woman. First thought that comes to mind is that is a very weak man. Very weak man.
I mean, just take a second about how broken
that's 10 minutes out of the 14 minutes of that video. I think that's it for today. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot to unpack in one video. I think the big takeaway is men need to have standards and keep to it. It blows my mind that all of these women on here are saying, you have standards, you're
a weak man.
You're a weak man, you're insecure, you have small dick energy, you can't handle
Just
me.
because they want to
can't
get
handle someone
attention.
who's strong and independent and all of these things. And it's funny because no, it's not that we can't handle an independent woman. You're just insufferable. We don't want to deal with you. You're annoying. You're nagging. Like, we want someone who is traditional. I mean, we don't want someone who constantly, well, yeah, someone who sleeps around all the time, someone who doesn't have any normal values, such as just, wearing appropriate clothes.
Classy.
Looking classy. There's nothing wrong with looking classy.
You can get attention by being classy. Yeah. You don't have to put your breast out or your butt out to get attention.
Women who dress classy are more likely to get the attention that they want from men.
They're gonna
get the right men, the right attention from men.
Yeah, not only for a one night thing.
If I was to consider dating someone and I saw that they had an Instagram full of half naked photos, mostly beach photos, whatever, I wouldn't even go on a date with them. It'd be immediately they're in the garbage, not even an option. It's
because they just put it out there to get attentions, not only for you, but for everyone else.
I mean, I remember looking at your Instagram a few years ago. It was all classy photos. Nothing,
I'm glad.
Nothing bad.
Well, yeah, because you have to respect your body. You can't just put whatever you want
respect
out there.
yourself, and you're going to get people in your life who respect you as well.
That's true.
That's how it's going to work. It's just, I mean, not 100% going to work that way, but that's most likely what you're going to attract. When you act in these ways, you're not going to attract the best guys. You're going to attract guys who will stick around for a little while and then hop on to the next, like we were saying earlier. You're not going to get a long-term commitment out of some guys who realize, as this guy said in the video, the women are already broken. They're posting these. It's yeah, it's kind of true. That guys recognize that you're broken, they'll use you and they'll leave you.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
She does it for everyone.
Yeah.
That means she's not going to stick to you. She's going to leave once she's done with you.
Yep. And it's funny to see some of these women who post these videos saying that, that one girl, I realized that modern life wasn't working for me, so now I'm going the traditional route.
Traditional, yeah.
It's it's okay to admit that, it's not working, and you realize that you were fed a lie, fed a lifestyle that wasn't going to really work for what you really want.
And you're not going to find the right guy like that. You're just going to find people that they just want to be with you for a night, and then next morning, goodbye.
Yeah.
You can't find a family with a guy like that, you know? Build a family.
Exactly. You have to have those values.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, let us know
Yeah.
what you guys think.
Yeah. Let
Let
us
us know.
know in the
Do you guys
comments.
think that men should have boundaries and standards?
No.
Do you think
Just kidding.
do you agree with these women? I don't know.
I don't know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
We'll be reading.
Yep. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.